Hey, how you doing? Carl from the Admin Bar did an amazing WordPress professional survey, which told us loads of information from the 627 odd replies that he had. But we wanted to go a step further, mainly on the feedback of some other people as well, where they said having an average price was great, but did it matter as to where the clients came from? So what we did was a very simple survey that only ran for 6 days. I wish we'd done it for longer now, which was called the Website Client Prices Survey. The basis of this was to try and get a broad range from around the world of how much people were charging for websites. I'm talking about a basic website. So no WooCommerce or e-commerce or appointment booking or anything fancy, just a basic 5-page maybe website. And what we also wanted them to do was to break down what that cost would be, whether you were working for an agency. Did you get the lead from doing sponsored adverts? Was it word of mouth? Was it from Fiverr, Upwork, that kind of model set? Maybe you're doing cold calling or cold emailing. Now, we ran this survey for 6 days. We only had 131 replies. I wish it was a lot more, and I might reopen this and just let it run for the next year or so and then revisit it at regular stages. I might do that. Tell me what you think about that. Let's go and have a look at the results right now. There you go. So there's a link in the video description. You can't miss it. Go and click it. Go and have a look. This is a Google Data Studio report embedded into our website, and you can interact with it. So I'm going to go over to this report. Just scroll down and hit the full screen. So now we've got the full screen. What we have over here is all the countries. You can see how many people submitted: 22 from United Kingdom, 21 from United States, and then the numbers start to shrink down. The problem with doing a survey like this is that sometimes you just get one number, one from Bulgaria, one from El Salvador. Really? You didn't know there was? Anyway, we got one from El Salvador as well. Now, just to break down what this is showing before we go into the details, and I will raise with you some caveats you must kind of take into mind as well. The number is basically how many people submitted from that country, and this is your country of residence, okay? Not where you're getting your clients from, and we'll discuss that later on, but where are you currently based? This is then the average in dollars across all of the types of referrals for what you're charging for a basic WordPress website. And you can see here the United States is like double what the United Kingdom is. And these kind of figures are quite realistic, by the way. What we then get is the benchmarked rate. Now, because this is a Google Data Studio report, if you just click on the country, okay, you will get it in alphabetical order. So if you don't want to see it in terms of number order, go for it. But what I wanted to just highlight to you, and I want to put it back into United States and United Kingdom order. If I go over to the average BM, this is now the benchmarked rate. So we can see here that if I was to go over and do the average price like this, United Arab Emirates is actually the most expensive, but we only have one entry for that. So you could say that maybe if you had 10 people from the UAE enter this, maybe your figures would go higher or lower. Romania is pretty high, but United States ranks 5th at the moment. But look what happens when I put this into benchmarked average prices. So this is where I've taken the prices. When I've benchmarked every country against their GDP capita rate for 2023. So this is now saying that if like the average salary of, say, someone in the United States was, say, $65,000, when you benchmark the average prices here, how does it look? And I've done this for all the countries. Now, when you look at the rate here, Pakistan is now way up there. What that is telling me is that when you take the Pakistan capita GDP rate, which is quite low, but you look at what they're charging on average, which is about $817, against their capita rate, they are doing really, really well. And that then says to me that, well, if the capita rate is low in Pakistan, then most likely their clients aren't coming from just in that region or area. They're probably getting clients from Australia, United Kingdom, United States, and other places in the world. The same with if you go down to India. The India average price is $352. That's quite low, again. And the capita rate, again, is low. But when you benchmark it, they're hitting 155. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Why am I showing you all of this? Let's just scroll down. United Kingdom hits 34, right? And United States is even worse. No, it's not worse. Sorry, there you go. It's not worse, but it's 50. So when you compare what United States are charging for a website, and most likely they will be working with US clients as well, against the capita rate, it's okay. I say it's not as good, but it is okay. But what this shows me is that lots of other countries like Thailand, they're 142. By the way, this is per thousand of the capita rate. I'm not going to go massively into standardization or benchmark, but I'm just trying to put out there that North Macedonia, they're quite high actually, by the way, but I think India was a great example there, whereby the clients are most likely coming outside the country and they're able to achieve more. And let's start looking into the different referral rates. I'm just going to put this into country order. No, let me get it back here. United States. So when we look at Fiverr or Upwork, the average price for the United States was $2,300 and for United Kingdom about $1,140. They're almost half of what the United States are. For cold calling and email, the average price is slightly higher. And that could be, I have to be honest, okay, I'm a little bit surprised that the Fiverr rates were that high. By the way, this could be Fiverr, Upwork, Bark, lots of other areas. So maybe they're getting a little bit more upmarket clients. And as you move down, word of mouth, you get a bit more, which is most likely because people are coming in from referrals. Social advertising near close to where the cold calling prices are. Advertising a little bit higher. But when you go to agency, the prices are now a little bit higher. So maybe they're working for an agency and they're able to command higher fees. Normally when someone's working for an agency, they don't get paid as much. But what we're seeing here from the data is that United Kingdom and United States are doing quite well. Now, I'm not going to go through every single country. In fact, I will just point out one because I know a lot of our viewers do come from India. When we look at the India rates over here, 189, 460, 432, socials 506, advertising 420, and agency 500. They're all quite low. Okay, but again, like I said, when you benchmark it against the capita, they're actually quite high. Now, here's where this report gets really interesting, okay? If I was to now go and do, say, an assessment between India, okay, and what I'm going to do is you can use the control or the command button on your mouse. What you do is you click on India, so just click the word, and you'll see the charts on the, just above me here, change. I'm going to put my hand on command, and I'm going to go for Pakistan as well. But I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go for the United Kingdom like that. We have a legend at the top so you can understand what the colours are. But what we now get is for United Kingdom, what are the average prices? The leader there is the agency. But when you look at word of mouth or cold calling, they're all over the $1,000 mark. If you were to convert them into British pounds, you'd be looking at probably 1,000, 1,100 here or there. But look at what the rates are for India. And then look at Pakistan. Pakistan is definitely doing a bit higher there. But the India, and by the way, the reason I'm focusing on those two countries in addition to United Kingdom, because the bulk of our audience is United States, India, United Kingdom, Pakistan, and then I think it's Netherlands or Germany, one of those two that then comes next. But I'm just giving you an idea there where if you want to get a really quick idea of how you're comparing to different regions, this is a great way to do it. If I just knock Pakistan off, and I mean that in a nice way, if I just go over to, say, United Kingdom and I go and do United States as well, United States is way more. But I'm not surprised by that because we know that when we've worked with United States clients, we know we can always get a bit more. So this kind of tells you that you could either have a set price. I've said this all the time. Your prices, you should be adjusting your baseline depending on the geography of the client, also how big or successful they are as well. If they're a multi-million pound client, I don't think you're going to charge just £3,000 for a website. I'm pretty sure you're going to go a bit higher, especially based on the value of the website to them. So look, there's a link in the video description. You can go away and see what the average prices are at the moment. You can do country-to-country comparison as well. I'm probably going to reopen this and let hopefully more people submit to this. And over the year, at regular stages, I might start revisiting and going, are we seeing changes in prices? Once we get more people submitting from different countries. I'm Imran, Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you soon.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat.